Welcome back, YouTube. We're here on Sunday, the 17th, October 2021. So, I watched SummerSlam. Glad Seth Rollins is champion again. I was not expecting Brock Lesnar to ever be back in WWE. In fact, I was to the point that I figured that his children probably wouldn't ever be able to even be there. Because I thought I was under the assumption that they was about to give him the Benoit treatment. But evidently they didn't. So, yeah, a lot to process in the last couple days. But it's been fun watching how it's been progressing. But let's get into this. Okay, Jonathan Gresham comes out and says that a long time ago this year he was world television champion, and then Braun Breaker came through and destroyed the roster, put everyone in his way down. I just don't remember. I don't remember why I was having him turn heel for. Oh, yeah, I do. Austin Aries and Carly Colum cut promos for 61. And then AJ Styles defeated Ethan Carter III for 73. Chelsea Green versus Io Shirai. Io Shirai defeated Chelsea Green for 66. And then Braun Breaker defeated Robert Roode with a Steiner Flatliner to make defense 9 of the NWA World Television title. Not bad. $47 in Mid-Atlantic, 16 in Ontario, and 17 in Tohoku. Okay, Daniel Bryan comes out and cuts a promo. Edge versus Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler defeated Edge with a super kick for a 69. And then Jonathan Gresham comes out and says, for years I've heard the chants, best in the world. They give it to the loudest talker, the flashiest striker, the guy with the biggest following. But let me make one thing crystal clear. This sport was never about flash. This ring was never meant for circus acts and YouTube moments. It was meant for wrestling. Pure wrestling. And when you strip away the gimmicks, the catchphrases, the billionaire booking rooms, you're left with me. You're left with Jonathan Gresham, the most technically sound, pound for pound, greatest wrestler on the planet. You want best in the world is not just a nickname to me. It's not a brand. It's the blood I pour into this craft. The hours I've lived on the mat. The code I live by. The respect to the art. I've beaten giants. I've beaten showmen. I've beaten legends. Not because I'm the loudest, but because when that bell rings, no one, and I mean no one, is better than me. You can doubt me, you can overlook me, but eventually, one by one, every so-called star steps into my world and gets outclassed. This mat, this canvas, this sacred ground, this is my domain, and whether it's under pure rules, world title rules, or any damn rules you want, I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to remind every so-called top guy that the best in the world isn't just a catchphrase. It's a fact. Then we see the Arthur of Pains defeat the Von Erichs for a 61. And then Robert Roode makes defense number 2 of the NWA World Heavyweight title. Got a 70, not bad. We lost 29,000 though. 14 in Saskatchewan. Let's continue. Okay, I made a mistake, and the mistake was I said that he'd held the television title, right? But it was actually Kenny King that had held it, not Jonathan Gresham. It was a mistake on my part because I thought that I had booked Jonathan Gresham for some reason. I don't remember why I thought that I booked it. But I thought that he was champion right before Kenny King. But it was Rob Van Dam. But we can continue. Okay, we start the show off with Braun Breaker defeating Austin Aries for a 66. And then backstage, Mike Tenay interviews Jonathan Gresham. And he looks and he says, Braun Breaker, I've seen what you've done since you came to the NWA. You explode through people like a wrecking ball. You bark, you lift, you scream. You're everything that sells in this industry right now. Power, noise, and bloodline. But here's the problem, Braun. You've never been in the ring with me. I should have probably went through and checked to make sure it's actually the truth. I'm not impressed by your muscle. I'm not scared of your speed. And I damn sure don't care about your name. Because you're hiding something that doesn't belong in the hands of a brute. You're holding the television title. A title that should represent wrestling. Not demolition, not warfests. Wrestling. And that means the best in the world is coming for you. So, Braun, at Saturday's Night Main Event, you bring the raw force, I'll bring the technique. You bring the rage, I'll bring the rhythm. And when it's over, when you're gasping for breath, arms tied in knots, neck cranked in ways you didn't think were possible, you'll understand what pure wrestling feels like. I'm not here to entertain you people. I'm here to elevate this company, this industry. And so if that means winning that television title by taking it from you, then I'm here to elevate that television title by taking it from you. Braun Breaker, the best in the world is coming. Not to shake your hand, not to respect your lineage, but to expose you. Kim and Rizar has a video package, and then Samoa Joe defeated Carly Colon to make defense number 1 of the NWA national title. And then Homicide and Bo Dallas steps in the ring against Devon Eriks to defeat Homicide and Bo Dallas. AJ Styles versus Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre defeated AJ Styles for a 74. 61 is not bad. We lost 21,000, it says. 49 in Southeast, 25 in Puerto Rico. Let's continue. Okay, so our first segment on tonight's Power is Riot Act cutting promos on the Von Erichs. And then we see Conor McGregor defeat Finn Balor for a 75. Jonathan Gresham comes out and says, you call yourself a champion, Braun, then prove it. You've beaten powerhouses, you've beaten hotheads, but you've never faced precision. You've never stood across from someone who doesn't flinch, doesn't blink, or doesn't break. I'm not asking. I'm challenging you for the NWA television title. You bring the strength, I'll bring the science. You bring the name, I'll bring the legacy. Let's see if all that muscle can survive the best in the world. Then, there's another one. It's a real short angle. And he says, Gresham, you want me? You want the television title? You're stepping into a cage with a rabid dog. Boy, I ain't some math equation you can figure out. I am a damn wrecking ball. You bring your wrist locks, I'll bring your broken jaw. Challenge accepted. Let's see if the best in the world can survive. Braun Breaker. Eli Drake versus Devon Eriks. Devon Eriks defeated Eli Drake and James Storm for a 65. And then Kurt Angle defeated Robert Roode in the main event for a 62. 17 in the hole. 43 in the Mid-South and Midwest and Tri-State. 14 in the Maritimes and 14 in Hokkaido. Okay, so there's an interview with Riot Act calling out the Von Erichs again, and Jonathan Gresham defeated Bo Dallas with an octopus stretch for a 66, and then Braun Breaker came out of nowhere and speared Jonathan Gresham. Penta cut a promo. And Chelsea Green makes defense number 4 of the NWA World Women's title for a 47. Conor McGregor defeated James Storm with the TKO punch for a 62. And then AJ Styles defeated Robert Roode for a 77. Not bad. Got a 68. 41 in the Great Lakes, 43 in Northwest, 17 in Alberta, 17 in British Columbia. Okay, we start Saturday night's main event off with Conor McGregor defeating Kurt Angle with the TKO punch for a 66. Eric Bischoff comes out and says, Kurt Angle has been announced with a hernia. So, keep him in your thoughts. But, get ready for Saturday night's main event. Jamie Hayter versus Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke wins the NWA Women's Television title. So, that's a good thing. The Von Erichs defeated Riot Act to make defense number 4 of the NWA World Tag Team titles. Got a 72, which wasn't bad. Samoa Joe defeated Penta to make defense number 2 for a 72. That's not bad either. And then Io Shirai defeated Chelsea Green for a 70 to win the NWA World Women's title. Braun Breaker defeated Jonathan Gresham barely. And so Jonathan Gresham then attacks Braun Breaker. And that's when Savio Vega shows that he is who is aligning with Jonathan Gresham. See, Savio Vega walked out mid-match of Jonathan Gresham and Braun Breaker. And Jonathan Gresham grabs a microphone and says, "You all saw it. I wrestled the perfect match. I had Braun Breaker beaten, and yet the system protected him again. You call him a champion, I call him privileged. You call me bitter, no, I'm awake. This man right here, Savio Vega, has been fighting the machine his entire life, and now I fight with him. They never saw you coming. But now, they're gonna feel us every time. NWA wants chaos, they'll get it. You think that attack on Braun was random? That was a warning to Braun, to Bischoff, to the entire roster. The foundation of this company is cracked, and I am the one holding the hammer. I am not your underdog. I am not your technician. I'm the best in the world, and from now on, I'm not here to win. I'm here to break people." And that's their handshake. Robert Roode defeated AJ Styles for an 81 to make defense number 3 of the NWA World's Heavyweight title. Woo, that's pretty good right there. $75 days. 90 grand profit. 42 in the Great Lakes, 48 in Mid-Atlantic, 44 in Mid-South, 44 in Midwest, 40 in New England, 44 in Northwest, 50 in Southeast, 47 in Southwest, 44 in Tri-State, 26 in Puerto Rico, 24 in Hawaii, 15 in Quebec. We are growing. Let's continue. Okay, so Kurt Angle's out injured. NWA Saturday night's main event. The feedback has been that the show was awesome. He's growing. Let's see. Oh, it's extremely hot. We're close to we're real close to seeing the we're real close to seeing the end of the year. 76 isn't bad. AJ Styles has been in the last 3 top matches. Almost 4. It's good. We're going to give off a character or something. Yep. We'll let Jeff Hardy go wrestle for them for a couple bits. Okay. That's it for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, your family. The most important of all, though, share it with your dog.